This is problem number 8 from section 4.7. In this problem, it says the grade x of a hill is a measure of its steepness. For example, if a road rises 10 feet for every 100 feet of horizontal distance, then it has an uphill grade of x equals 10 over 100, or 10%. Grades are typically kept quite small, usually less than 10%. The braking distance d for a car traveling at 50 miles per hour on a wet uphill grade is given by the formula d of x equals 2500 over 30 times 0.3 plus x. So x stands for the grade, and d of x is the braking distance. Part A, it says evaluate d of 0.03 and interpret the result. So let's go d of 0.03, which would be 2500 over 30 times 0.3 plus 0.03. So we get 2500 divided by, actually I'm just going to use the fraction button, 2500 on top. On the bottom we have 30, 0.3 plus 0.03, that's 252. So 252, and it says round in there is whole number as needed, so that's 253. So 253 feet. So interpret it. Let's see. For this 0.03 is the grade. So for a 3% grade, it takes 253 feet to stop at 50 mph. And this is an uphill grade. We should have put uphill here. So we're going uphill. Part B. Describe what happens to the braking distance as the hill becomes steeper. Choose the correct answer below. So as the hill becomes steeper, what happens to our braking distance? Well, let's go ahead and let's test something out. What if we plug in 0.1 for our, let's plug in 0.1 for our uphill grade. So we end up with d of 0.1 equals 2500 over 30, 0.3 plus 0.1. So we get, I'm just going to grab this equation from before, change this to 0.1, $208. So this is 208 when we made the grade steeper, 10%. So it asks, describe what happens to the braking distance as the hill becomes steeper. Well, the braking distance decreases. So the braking distance decreases as the hill gets steeper. Finally, part C. It says estimate the grade associated with a braking distance of 225 feet. So for part C, we're going to work out here. And we're going to say 225 feet, that's 225 equals this equation, so 2500 over 30, 0.3 plus x. Let's go ahead and start solving. So I'm going to distribute the 30 in the bottom to get 225 equals 2,500 over 30 times 0.3, 9 plus 30x. Now I'm going to multiply each side by 9 plus 30x. So I end up with 9 plus 30x on the left side times the 225 equal, when I multiply by 9 plus 30 on this side, it cancels, so I'm left with 2,500 here. Let's distribute the 225, so 225 times 9 is 2025. 225 times 30 is 6,750, so plus 6750x equals 2,500. Subtract 2025 over, so we have 6750x equals 2,500 minus 2025. That's 475. Divide by 6750 on each side, so we had x equals 475 over 6750. So x equals 0.07. So a 7% grade will be associated with a braking distance of 225 feet.